Salesforce salaries have been a hot topic of conversation across the world, but how do they fare in India, one of Salesforce's largest employee bases? It's worth exploring how Salesforce salaries differ from country to country. So in this video, we'll seek to answer the question, what should an Indian Salesforce professional be earning?
Salesforce Ben.
Last year, Salesforce Ben released the results of our own salary survey. This report features insights from over 3,500 respondents across 95 countries and more than 20 industries, covering as much as the ecosystem as we could. And let's not beat around the bush here. Salaries in the Salesforce ecosystem have been one of the worst kept secrets in IT. Salesforce professionals can expect a 25% higher salary than other IT professionals working with competing technologies, such as SAP, ServiceNow, or Microsoft. This is in part due to the significant interest from private equity and investment firms. In 2020, the Salesforce job market exploded due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The war for talent compelled Salesforce partners to offer eye-watering salary hikes to keep up with customer demand. For regions like India, the rise of offshoring in the ecosystem has played a big part in transforming ecosystems and the salaries being offered. Lower labor costs compared to those in their base countries have enticed employers to the region, which has led to a boom in overseas employment. But how is this actually translated into salaries? Well, now that we understand the market and state of salaries a bit more, let's take a closer look at some figures from India. But before we do, if you're concerned about hiring and salaries right now and not sure whether remote, nearshoring or offshoring is the best solution, we have a great option for you with today's sponsor, Tekla. Stay on track with top-tier Salesforce developers, admins, and architects ready to integrate seamlessly with your team. Whether you're rolling out new features, optimizing automation, or tackling complex integrations, Tekla's vetted Salesforce specialists can help you get there without the long hiring cycles. Worried about time zones? Don't be. With Tekla's nearshore network, you can scale your Salesforce team with experienced professionals in your time zone, no outsourcing headaches, just expert support when you need it. Interested? Find out more at www.salesforceben.com/Tekla. You can find this link in the description below. Average salaries in India depend on several factors, but we've broken it down into industry, age, company type, and gender. If we look at Indian salary averages by industry, the most money lies in the manufacturing sector with an average salary of 6 million Indian rupees. This is closely followed by financial services at 4.1 million and technology at 2.7 million. When it comes to age, salaries do not trend upward the way they do in the UK and the US. The average salary for an 18 to 24-year-old professional is 2.3 million rupees, rising to 2.7 million for 25 to 34-year-olds, 4 million for 35 to 44-year-olds, and back down to 3.2 million for 45 to 54-year-olds. This could be attributed to cultural and work-life differences in India compared to the UK and the US, such as older adults stopping work earlier in order to be looked after by their families. Next, we have company type. According to our survey, the most money lies within the end-user sector with an average salary of 3.4 million rupees. This is followed by Salesforce itself with an average salary of 3.13 million and the ISV/App Exchange sector with an average salary of 2.4 million rupees. Freelance work did not get enough data as a sector for our Indian respondents, indicating that freelance work may not be as popular there compared to the UK or the US. Lastly, let's look at the comparison of salaries between the sexes. Male respondents in our survey had an average salary of 3.15 million rupees, compared to 2.18 million for women. It's important to note that these averages only reflect gender averages and they do not account for the kinds of roles that the respondents were in. If we take a look at the best paid Salesforce technical roles, it gives us an indication of exactly where the top salaries are being earned. For India, the highest paying role is the technical architect role, with an average salary of 4 million rupees. This is followed by the solution architect role, with an average salary of 3.7 million rupees. Salesforce architect roles have been the pinnacle of success for many Salesforce professionals, and the salary reflects that. For many professionals, CTA is the ultimate end goal, and when we consider the compensation package, it arguably makes justifying the $6,000 CTA exam a lot easier. The position which has the highest starting salary in India is a role within customer success, with an average junior salary of 1.65 million rupees. This could indicate that this is a good springboard into more technical careers. For India, it's important to remember that your salary will likely vary quite a bit depending on which state you're employed in. But if you live in these 5 states, you're likely to see the highest average salaries in the whole of the country. Number 1 is Haryana, coming in at 2.595 million. Second is Karnataka, standing at 2.387 million. Tied for third place are Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, both at 2.149 million. Uttar Pradesh is fifth on 1.872 million rupees. It must be said that these are the top averages from the states that we receive data from. The states that we did not get enough data from include Punjab, Bihar, Assam, Orissa, and Jharkhand. And that's it. That wraps up some of the top averages for Salesforce salaries in India. Do you feel like you're being paid fairly according to these stats? Great. If not, it might be worth finding out why. For more information and a deeper dive, be sure to check out the full report, which you can find at the top of this video's description. Till next time.